Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Formula 2 for round 10 for the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. And it's getting very exciting as Stijnos looks to clinch his first championship in the IIRL. He probably needs 10-11 points maximum, depending what the others do. His closest competitor, Sebastian, couldn't make it again, unfortunately. So there's a chance for Cocampa to prolong it going into the feature race. But it's all to play for. But yeah, be very exciting, I'm sure. The Italian Grand Prix and the F2 cars. What can go wrong? I'm sure we'll find out. But yeah, we're going to start off with one-shot qualifying. And then we're going to the sprint, and then we're going to the feature. I wonder what weather conditions we will be having tonight. Now we're about to get going for one-shot qualifying. And drivers will be using very low downforce setup for this track. So spotting your braking for turns for the first chicane is very difficult. That looks pretty good there from Chivers. But Bjorn is currently leading the way out of the first chicane. Coming up to the second chicane now. Been a good first sector from Sox, Bjorn, Stijnos. Deflated. Oh, Chivers into the wall and crashes out. That's very, very unfortunate. But currently, Bjorn is leading the way. Wood has invalidated his lap as well, which so easily can happen here. And going through, Ascari. Bjorn is still ahead. Stijnos in second, Sox third, Cocampa fourth, Deflated in fifth. It's very close. Cocampa now up to third. Just coming up to the parabolica. And Bjorn with a good exit onto the pit straight. And pole position for Bjorn. That's a very good lap there from Bjorn. 3/10 ahead of Stijnos Reeks. I'm sure he'll be happy to be second though. It's a good place to start for the feature. Big points on offer. But GG to Bjorn with a very good lap. And he will start on pole position for the feature race. Sox with a very impressive lap in third. He's always full of surprises. He can always pull a lap out of the bag. Max, who impressed during the practice session, fourth. Cocampa in fifth. Deflated in sixth. Killian seventh. David in eighth. Andrew Corgi ninth and Chivers 10th. So those two will be starting on the front row for the sprint race. No pressure there. And DSQs for Chaz, Majestic and Wuta, lacking a bit of skill there. Yep, I say that. And we'll just be getting ready now for the sprint race. And here we are for the formation lap. Drivers weaving to get Chivers there into the wall. That's not how you do it. Just getting the details up. But drivers weaving left to right, building up temperature in the tyres. Very difficult to keep temperatures because of the long straights, which makes braking very difficult, especially when you're running such low downforce as well. Some drivers will be running Probably 0-3. I think if Deton was here, it'd be running 0-0. That would be a lot of fun going into turn 1. Miss your braking by a fraction, you're taking the car ahead. Nothing you can do really. So I'm sure the drivers won't be going that mad on the setups. But I wouldn't be surprised if anyone was running 0-0. So Chivers and Corgi starting on the front row. Hoping for a very clean start. We have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go for the sprint race at Monza. Pretty good start from Chivers. David up to second. Going on board here with Cocampa. Being challenged on his inside from Stijnos Reeks. Manages to stay ahead for the meantime. But Chivers leading the way with his pad traction. David up to second. All drivers will do the entire race on the medium tyre. No pit stops are needed. And so far so good. Top 3. I've had a really good start. But the fast-paced drivers will be looking to make some progress through the field. It's been a relatively clean start. I haven't seen any incidents. But it's Monza, anything can happen. And Stijnos Reeks there looking down at the inside of an angry Corgi. That's asking a lot. There's a lot of understeer there going through the final parabolica. But after lap 1, Chivers is leading the way. Followed by David. And looks like David is going for a move into turn 1. Gets the move done. DRS will be enabled on the next lap. Oh, deflated, has been spun around. That's very unfortunate. Oh, you don't like to see that, especially so early in the race. But as we were saying, everyone's running low downforce. You miss your brake in a fraction, and there's nothing you can do. You just run into the car ahead. It's just one of those things. And Corgi and Max comes side by side through the Lesmo, and Max comes out ahead. The top 3 have pulled out of the DRS, which will be enabled on the next lap. DRS very powerful here at Monza. Unfortunately, a time penalty there for Corgi. I made a mistake of not putting the tyres up on the screen, but everyone's on the medium tyre. It just means when people get penalties, it just come up on the screen. So I guess it's not a bad thing really. So at the end of lap 3, David leading the way ahead of Cocampa, who's now up to second. Chivers has fallen down to third. And the DRS will be enabled. Oh, someone else has dropped. I think Chivers has dropped a few positions. Oh, you got to feel for him there. You don't like to see that. Bjorn up to 6th. Sox 7th. And yeah, Chivers dropped. Oh, we got a spin there from Cocampa now. And someone else has gone off in the background. What is happening? I think Bjorn is pulling into the wall. I don't know if he's got any damage. But it's a great start from David, who's leading away 1.6 seconds ahead of Max. That's brilliant. And look at this, 4 cars going through Ascari. Just going on board here with an angry corgi. It's great to have him back tonight. Missed a few races lately due to work. But these cars are so much fun to drive. I think Cod Camper would have been very fortunate if he didn't get a warning there. But we're currently looking at this battle here. Can they spot their braking into turn 1? And look at in the background now, five wide going into turn 1. Absolute crazy scenes. And yeah, we will be going back to watch that battle. Just look at this, coming up to the second chicane. Absolute madness what's going on here. Oh, Chaz jumps over the curb. Loses a little bit of momentum. Deflated weight, side by side with Chaz. Very, very exciting. Got to be said. It's got to be said. Max has taken a couple of attempts out of David on this lap so far. The gap now down to 1.3. But great battle for the final points playing position for 8th. It's the DRS train all aboard. And the race is flying by already on to lap 5. Unbelievable. And that was a lot better. Oh, someone's cut the chicane there. I'm not sure who that was. But as we were saying, it's very difficult to get the car stopped for the chicanes. And this time everyone gets through alive. I wonder if anyone's carrying any damage. Stijnos now has got ahead of Max with the help of DRS and is now within half a second of David. And here we pick up the leader, who's going to be coming under some pressure from Stijnos. And as we were saying with Stijnos, he only needs 10-11 points to be crowned champion of Season 8 for Formula 2. And David going very wide there, a lot of understeer. Obviously these drivers running very low setups, so understeer is definitely going to be an issue tonight. Going on board there with David, loses 2 places to Stijnos and to Max. Oh, a 10-second penalty there for Corgi. I wonder what happened there. He might maybe cut the chicane or something. I'm not sure. David drops to 3rd, but he still has a nice cushion to Cod Camper behind. Nice 4-second margin, and he is carrying the 3-second penalty. So if these 3 drivers can not make any elementary mistakes, they should be able to get at least a podium in the sprint race. But yeah, going through the order, Stijnos leading ahead of Max, but just have DRS. David has to try and keep within DRS. Cod Camper in 4th will currently drop a couple of places to Sox. Chivers also has a 6-second penalty. Corgi 26 second penalty. I think he might be trying to set a new record. We don't know what the record is, so I remember someone got loads of penalties a couple of seasons ago, but enough about that story. And Stijnos gets himself ahead of Max again. It's going to be a DRS game, and a good move there from Socks getting ahead. Oh, what has happened there? I think Chivas has come together with someone. Oh, we're getting wheel spin as well. Oh, that's very, very unfortunate. And Stijnos with a 3-second time penalty. It's all kicking off now. So maybe David's got a chance and asked for a chance for a second place. But it won't be easy because Stijnos does have DRS and does have very, very good pace. And Stijnos there looking for a pass through the Escari. And might have got another warning there. We will need to be careful. And I can see these two just passing each other at every DRS zone. But David is on course to snatch second place away from Stijnos if he can keep it clean. Stijnos back ahead on lap 8. Spots his braking absolutely beautiful. On course currently to score 7 points, maybe 6, depending if they can pull away. You're making good progress up to 6. After that rare mistake, rare driver issue. I think it was here. So he's definitely struggling out of the second chicane. Got a yellow flag. I think not sure who's lost it. Might have been Padge. I think he might have lacked a bit of skill issue, you know. But got a good battle here now for 7th between Killian Wooter and Deflated Wee. Deflated Wee. Oh, is he going to look down the inside of Parabolica? Yes, side by side, and he's got the car stopped down. Sorry there, we cut away from that. Very bad editing there for Padge there, but Socks has dropped behind Colcamper, but Colcamper carrying the 3-second penalty, so Socks is on for a good result here. David has dropped 2 seconds behind Stijnos, so might lose out on the second place. It's all to play for. Stijnos and Max working very well together. And Padge all by himself at the back there. Got a feel for him. And we're back to the leaders again. And another time penalty there for Chivas. Don't want to do that too many times. On board now with Max, currently on course to win the sprint, and David with every lap is losing time to the top 2 and is looking set to maybe come home in 3rd. Colcamper gets back ahead of Socks, but with the time penalty Socks would get back ahead anyway. And I think even maybe Bjorn might get ahead of Colcamper as well. So for the championship, this is looking spectacular for Stijnos right now. He's had an incredible season. The consistency has been amazing. He's scored points at every single round. He's turned up at all 10 races, which is fantastic, you know. Wood having a good battle with Deflated Wee, fighting for the last point, but Deflated Wee does have a 10-second penalty, so that's looking unlikely. Just 2 laps remaining on the penultimate lap. Oh, Jibbers there. Almost losing the car. And we're coming up to the final lap now. And it looks like Stijnos is going to at least get second place here. Unless Max gets a penalty. Going on board here with David. You can see the 2 cars side by side going into turn 1. Max is ahead. And David would just currently finish behind Stijnos. Looking like a really good result for Sox as well in 4th. And Camper unfortunately getting that 3-second time penalty. Bjorn is also going to finish ahead of Camper if he doesn't get a penalty. And Killian's done very well too, to not get any penalties, and looks set to pick up a couple of points. And Camper gets another time penalty, so he could lose the place to Killian as well. So that's going to be very tight if he can hold on to 5th. But heading down onto the final corner at Papa Parabolica. It's been a very good race between the top 2. David just fell short at the end. And congratulations to Max. A fantastic result in the sprint to win. Ahead of Stijnos Reeks. Very good points from Stijnos. And gets a step closer from claiming the championship. David, I'm sure, will be quite satisfied with 3rd. A great result from Sox in 4th. Bjorn, a good recovery up to 5th after a spin early on in the race. Camper unfortunately drops to 6th with the penalty at the end of the race. And Killian, I'm not sure if Killian finished ahead of Camper in the end, but I'm sure I'll find out in a few seconds. The game picks Max for driver of the day, and you can't argue with that. GG. And then we have Max celebrating. A terrific win. Has unfortunately missed the last couple of races, and he joined quite late in the season, so as I was saying before, if we can do this again at some point, I think we could have a very good championship battle on our hands. He sweats. So, as we were saying, Max won the sprint. Stijnos Reeks will need probably need 3 points to claim the championship. Camber did drop to 6, just finished ahead of Killian fractionally, and a last points position there from Wouter. And now we will get on with the feature race. But GG's to the top 3. It's always special to get onto the podium. And yeah, the top 2 just had an incredible pace there. Very exciting race. That's what we like to see. And now we'll be just getting on to the feature race now. Hello everyone, we are now back for the feature race. Formation lap. It would be interesting to see what drivers have decided to do with, regarding strategy. Will anyone do the alternate strategy and start on the super softs? We shall find out. Just getting at the details. Hopefully we can select the tyres this time. There's always a delay on the stream, so that's why you have to be a bit patient doing this. It's a great multitasker, you know, doing driving and spectating, you know. It's a big skill to it, you know. And all the details are up, thankfully. And Bjorn with a fantastic pole position, as we were saying, 3/10 ahead of Stijnos. I'm sure even he'd be surprised with that. Oh yeah, the drivers in the party, I asked who they wanted to start on board with, and Chaz said start on board with him, and that's what we're going to do. We have 3 drivers starting on the super soft, Camper, Andrew Corby and Chivers, so they will be hoping to make some early progress. So what has Chaz got in store for us for the start? Good luck to all the drivers. Hopefully a nice clean start. Five lights. And away we go for the feature race. Looking like a good start from Chaz. Goes to the right, goes to the left. And spotting your braking for turn 1. Very difficult. Oh, saw a bit of contact there. Not sure who that was. But a very good start from Stijnos, nevertheless, who's got ahead of Bjorn. Camper up to 3rd on the super soft tyres. Deflated wheel there, just coming together there. I'm not sure if that was with Killian or David, but it's not an ideal start, as Deflated would say. Not ideal. Copyright infringement coming my way, but a good start from Stijnos, coming under some pressure from Camper, who's looking to go down the inside of Ascari. You don't see many overtakes there. I mean, Ascari is tough enough as it is, but overtaking there is very tough. And he's trying to make these super softs work. He knows he's got to get on it really soon. And he's up to 2nd already. But Bjorn is very close behind. Stijnos there trying to break the slipstream. Camper looking to go down the inside. And oh, that's very good racing there. Stijnos stays in the lead, but Camper stays ahead of Bjorn. Very impressive there. Great drive in there into turn 1. It's so easy to just outbrake yourself. Very good racing from the top 5. Camper looking to go do the same move again through Ascari. He did. Very brave, but he knows he's got to make it. He knows he's got to make it work. Because the tyres don't last long. And Camper now looking to go down the inside at Parabolica. And the tyres will already be degrading quite badly. Max up to 4th, Sox in 5th. Oh, they're not going to go 3 wide into turn 1, are they? Surely, oh my god, turn 1. Oh. And they, to be fair to them, they spot their braking. And that was incredible. Incredible driving there. Oh, amazing. But just look at this, coming up to the second chicane now. How close they are to each other. Side by side through the second chicane. Oh, a little oversteer moment there from Camper. Bjorn defending quite aggressively there ahead of Max. Sox is keeping them on it there in 5th. This is brilliant racing. This is the highest order of racing. A total different standard of racing compared to the sprint race. But people were trying to find their limits. And this is so far so good. Been a fantastic start to this feature race. But Stijnos leading the way, as we were saying, just needs a few points to claim the championship. And I think he's been quite clever there to drop back, knowing that he will get DRS. Camper stays out on the super soft tyres. And Bjorn, should be a straightforward move from Bjorn. Even maybe for Stijnos, who's got DRS. Oh, slight contact there from Camper. Hope he didn't get any damage. We'll have to check his front wing. Can we see here? Looks like he's got both front end plates, so I think he might have just got away with that. And Stijnos there defending the inside of the second chicane. And yeah, Camper does have his end plate, so that's great to see. Max still ahead in 4th. Trying to, oh, there's a little bit of lag there, but trying to fend off Sox. And yeah, Max did lag out there, so I did manage to invite him, so hopefully he joins back within the next lap or so. Hopefully he doesn't lose too much time, as we saw with Camper on Tuesday. The AI is relatively a lot slower. So yeah, Max in 4th. Let's see how many places he loses before he comes back. But up front, Bjorn leading the way ahead of Stijnos. And Stijnos doing everything he needs to do to win the championship. And Stijnos gets back into the lead. And Max now has dropped down to 5th. Sox up to 4th. Oh, got deflated wheel there, going straight on at the chicane. He did that on Tuesday as well. It's very unfortunate there. May have just come together with somebody. I'm not sure who it was. It will be interesting to see if any drivers put in any clips after tonight's race. There have been a few incidents in the sprint race, but it will be interesting to see if there's any in the feature. And as you can see, Max is losing so much time with the disconnect. Very, very unfortunate. On lap 5, Bjorn ahead of Stijnos. I wonder how far Camper can go on those super soft tyres. I wonder if the undercut will be worth it, or maybe just taking them as long as possible. And Camper's still doing well to keep up on those badly worn tyres. Socks still ahead of David. Killian having another good race in the feature. I think he did get a podium in one of the sprint races. I think it was Melbourne. He got a sprint win, sprint second place. So that was a good result. Max has joined back, thankfully. Has lost 3 positions though since lagging out, so that's a huge shame. And Camper now starting to struggle and fall out of DRS. And a great battle up front between Stijnos and Bjorn. Camper just within DRS. Sox is going to come under some pressure from David and from Killian behind. And maybe even Lex, but he is carrying the 3-second time penalty. And Bjorn looks like he's got back into the lead. Camper still staying on, hanging in there very well on those worn tyres. They'll probably be around 40-45% now. So approaching the half distance mark of the race. David and Killian have got themselves ahead of Sox. As we were saying, the DRS is so powerful. Once you lose DRS, the cars behind just fly by. Stijnos there having a cheeky look there into the sky, thinks better of it, decides to stay behind knowing that DRS will possibly get him ahead going into turn 1. But this is exactly what Stijnos needs in this race to claim the championship. And Bjorn and Camper, decides to pit. Decides to do the undercut, to pit for the medium tyre. And where will he come out, I wonder? And with Camper pitting, Killian is now up to 3rd. Trying to fend off some very healthy competition in the form of David, Lex, Sox and Wusa, all very close behind. I believe Bjorn and Stijnos may pit around lap 10, lap 11. They are approaching a lapped car, so they might get a bit of cheeky DRS. I'm not sure if they're close enough though. And Chaz with a time penalty. I'm not sure if Bjorn would have got DRS. I don't think he did. So Stijnos will retake the lead. These two almost 6 seconds ahead of the next car behind in 3rd. Killian. But David has now got himself up into the top 3. Camper came out of the pits in 12th place, and he's got no traffic up ahead. Max pits as well, and puts the super soft tyre on, but they've got to last a lot of laps. 6 laps is a long time, so they will be very worn at the end of the race. So this could be good news for Camper. And both the top two, Stijnos and Bjorn, get by the lapped car. Such is their pace in this race. But the lapped car wants to overtake them. And will have DRS as well, so it might just be a little distraction heading into turn 1. Bjorn is back into the lead. It can be a bit off-putting when a lap car like goes through you and all of a sudden you're like, oh, where did he come from? Kappa now up to 9th. We've seen some pit stops. You'll see Max and Padge switching onto the super soft tyre. Shivers with another 3-second penalty. That's not going to help. On lap 10 now of 15, just 5 laps remaining. And Lex has to do what Stijnos did in the previous race with the 3-second time penalty. Pull out a gap over David, but it won't be easy. Will we see any pit stops here? Lex carries on for another lap. Oh, David gets a 10-second penalty speeding in the pit lane. That's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking to do all that practice and speed into the pits. That's terrible misfortune. All that hard work is gonna come undone now. You got to feel for him. It's so easy can happen at this track because you're just driving so fast and spotting your braking, and he doesn't use racing line as well, so it's very, very difficult. And that's probably going to cost David a couple of places come the end of the race. Very, very unfortunate there. May struggle to score points, and Deflated Wee's done it as well, but it's intentional to retire in the pits. It's not to be for Deflated Wee tonight, but we appreciate him giving it a go tonight. We appreciate all the drivers giving it a try. These cars are a lot of fun to drive. We've still got some good tracks coming up. Suzuka, we've got Saudi Arabia, the last race of the season, so we've got some really good tracks coming up. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And Bjorn gets back into the lead. Might have got a track warning there, so we'll have to be careful. And they both did come out ahead of Camper as well. But Camper does have DRS, so yeah, didn't quite get the undercut on them though. Lap 12 of 15. And Stijnos Reeks would love to wrap up the championship with a race win. It would be his 5th win if he managed to get it. He's had an incredible season of just so much skill, so much speed, so much consistency. I mean, 10 races, 10 points finishes. If he finishes this race, unbelievable numbers. If he could somehow hold on to win the race, he would have won half the races that he started, and it would also be 10 podiums, which is just unbelievable. It's 100% podium record. Incredible. 2 pole positions and almost 300 points scored if he wins this race. Still, a lot can happen yet, and Bjorn is currently leading the race. Bjorn does have a race win to his name. Oh, Kokampa there went wide and got a 3-second time penalty. So that's going to be him out of it now for the top 3. For the top 2, he still has a chance. Still has a chance to finish 3rd place at least. But Max might be chasing him down the last couple of laps. Obviously Kokampa is another one of the drivers who uses no assist, no racing line, no traction, no ABS. It's huge respect to the drivers that can do that. What a battle up the front between Bjorn and Stijnos Reeks. Oh, we got a yellow flag there. I think it's been cleared up now. But we've had a great battle up front between Bjorn and Stijnos and Kokampa. But the trap penalty there is kind of hampering him a bit. Killian now with a 3-second penalty, so Sox is looking like he could gain 3 places here. So he could be jumping Killian, Lex and David at this point. Another fastest lap of the race from Stijnos. Just 2 laps remaining, the penultimate lap of the race. Bjorn is still ahead, but it can all change. Oh, speeding in the pit lane from Chivers. I wonder if he's going to retire. Or maybe he fancies going for the fastest lap. And Kokampa is currently safe from Max for the podium, if he can keep the gap above 3 seconds. It's currently 5.6. Sox looks set to jump up 2 places. Top 10, Padge in 10th, Wouter set to score 2 points. Lex in the points. Oh, Sox has dropped to 8th. I'm not sure what happened there. But coming up to the final corner, heading on to the final race of the Italian Grand Prix. But Bjorn will have DRS and goes to move for the inside of turn 1. And Sox, I don't know what's happened to Sox, but he's dropped down to 10th. He must have had a mistake or come together with someone. That would be very interesting to see. But as it stands, Bjorn is leading, but we know we've still got a DRS sound to come up. Defending the inside from Stijnos. He wants to win. No forced feedback cutting out tonight, which is good to see. But he knows it's going to be tough now to keep Stijnos behind with the DRS being so powerful. The final DRS of the race. Stijnos back into the lead. Going through Ascari. Can they get it, judge it right? They do. And just one corner remaining now, going through heading up to Parabolica. And Stijnos just has to spot the braking right. And that looks absolutely brilliant. And Stijnos comes home to win the feature race and is the Formula 2 Season 8 champion. Congratulations to Stijnos Weeks. Thoroughly deserved. Finishing ahead of Bjorn. Camber held on to third with Max having the penalty. Killian with a great result in fifth. Lex in sixth. Walter 7th, David in 8th with a 10-second penalty, just stayed in ahead of Padge, and Sox unfortunately dropped down to 10th, but we're not sure what happened. But let's go through some of these stats for Stijnos Weeks. Massive congratulations to him. Make sure you congratulate him on winning the championship. But 10 races, 10 podiums, 10 points finishes, no DNS, 5 race wins, 2 pole positions, and a massive 163 points of the next driver, which is Cocampo, who's up to second ahead of Sebastian. Incredible, and it's still a good battle for second in the championship. A good battle between Sebastian, David and Bjorn for third, fourth, fifth. And even the Sox and Raphael have a chance for a top 3, top 4, top 5, top 6 situation. But wow, as we were saying, what an incredible season from Stijnos to win the championship. Absolutely deserves it, and there's no better way of winning the championship by winning the race. Huge congratulations there to Stijnos. As we were saying, he deserves it. He came back. He said, can I come back to IIRL? He's came back. He signed up to Formula 2, and the rest is history. He is the Season 8 champion. Well done, Stijnos Weeks. You deserve it. Amazing. Great consistency all season long. Well done. 34 points scored from Stijnos. A great double podium for Bjorn. For Max, sorry, but a good podium. And yep, thank you for everyone for watching. We will be back next week for the Japanese Grand Prix. I'm sure that's going to be very exciting. Thanks for watching. GG.